So, Mr. Sanders, you're back. Fatima, do you have the results?
Something positive for PCP, Judge.
No, that's it. I gave you the opportunity. You're not to use. All right, he goes with you.
I did do
Go
a brief research on it, and PCP does stay in your system between 7 and 14 days from what I mean, this Google.
He was arrested on the 10th of this month.
And it tested on the 5th, 15th.
He's not supposed to use regardless.
Well, right, but it would still be in the system based on him using, let's say, the 10th. On the day that he was arrested.
PCP would not stay in his system from the 10th of the month until now, which is the 31st of the month. That's 2.5 weeks. 2 to 2.5 weeks. No, you're not. I told you, no alcohol, no dope. You tested positive for cocaine. You tested positive for PCP. You're not to use. On a urine test, they can last 7 to 14 days. Right?
Right, that's what I think.
It's been 3 weeks. No, it goes with you. Sorry, Mr. Sanders. I'm going to give you a chance to clean up, but I'm not going to continue to play this game. I don't want you using. Do you understand?
Judge, could address the bond at this point now as well.
Tell me. The bond is set at $1,000. What do you want?
You said $7,000? I see it 1,000. Okay.
1,000 now.
Judge, I'd ask that you leave it as is.
No. Oh, there has to be some kind of consequence, man.
Judge, they just remade the bond on the felony case for this violation as well.
So they already took him into custody because of this as well for upstairs.
Yes, Judge, they did.
Yeah, no, you can't. No, you can't, Mr. Sanders. That's it. If you continue to use, what I'm going to do is I'll have a contempt hearing, possibly hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days, probate it for 2 years, and put you in a rehab facility. We are giving you now the opportunity to stop on your own. If you're unable to, we will take matters into our own hands. I don't want to have to do that, but if you're going to force our hands, goes with you.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I don't know. Give me. It's not.
1,500? Can you do 1,500?
What do you think?
Yeah.
It's fine, Judge.
1,500. But I'm now going to test him like crazy, and if it continues to happen,
Yes, sir.
so please admonish him accordingly.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Judge, this is Mr. Christopher Martinez. I was appointed to represent him on his first case for terrorist threat. It looks like he's picked up another case, Judge.
Really?
Yes. That's all. Family member.
Now stand charged with assault of a family member. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The complainant and the defendant are in a dating relationship, and on January 25th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to an assault. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, who stated that he and the defendant are dating and that they had recently gotten into an argument earlier that day. The complainant stated that he had thrown some nicotine cartridges on the floor, and that the defendant and him got into a physical altercation but separated. The complainant then made food and brought the defendant a plate of food, but the defendant used it to strike the complainant in the face, causing a laceration above his eye. The complainant then stated that he began to fight back.
Same complaining witness in the terroristic threat.
No, sir, Your Honor, it's not.
No, Your Honor. It does appear that the complaining witness in the recent assault was a witness to the previous terroristic threat, but I'm still not sure the involvement so far.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm warning you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I ask you one thing. I ask you not to pick up any new cases. You have done, because you have done this now, I'm going to revoke your bond on your first case, and I'm going to put you in jail right now. Goes with you, officer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. D. 5,001. Yeah. And tell me, did he get a PR bond on that small case?
Was this on?
Martinez.
10 and 11?
Page 10, 11, 12, and 13, more like it, right? Mr. Martinez, you were charged with evading arrest, theft, failure to identify oneself, driving while intoxicated, and you also have a felony theft of a firearm. What are we doing?
He is pleading guilty to DWI and evading, 30, credit for 23, and then they are gonna dismiss the felony. That's why Herman's here. He's on the felony.
So, well, they're going to dismiss what the felony
Once
theft.
he pleads, they're gonna dismiss the felony, yes.
So we're going forward on the DWI and the evading.
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Mr. Martinez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated and evading arrest. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. On the evading arrest, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 23 days. He actually has 26 days credit.
It's 26 days on one and 26 other.
Okay. You need to understand that these charges will go on your record. The evading arrest is an enhanceable offense. If you ever run from the cops again, you will be charged with a felony offense. Do you understand?
So,
The DWI is also going on in your record as well. So if you ever get pulled over by an officer, they're going to look up your record. They're going to see, man, this guy's got a lot of baggage on his record. If they smell alcohol or if they smell dope on you, what do you think they're going to do?
Sorry, not. They're gonna pick me up.
From now on, you are facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because you were taking a humongous risk.
So,
You understand?
Or drugs. Or prescription
Anything.
drugs.
When I informed Mr. Martinez,
Okay, any
just for your
drugs, you said.
purposes, even though
Or
he's
about-
getting his theft dismissed, it's gonna be based on a conviction on another case, so it's not expunged. The statute does not allow that case to be expunged,
Which one?
the theft of a firearm.
You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't think any of the cases. Or wait a second, hold on a second.
Separate, the ones that are separate transactions, Your Honor.
All three are out of the same
Okay,
transaction.
well then, yeah.
Yeah, so the evading, theft, failure to ID, all those are based out of the same transaction because none of the cases can be expunged. So the ones that are dismissed, they're going to stay on there, they'll be dismissed. But the others will reflect as a conviction on your record. That's what I'm saying. From now on, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail for anything that you pick up here in misdemeanor court. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
This is what you want to do. How do you plead to both of the cases, guilty or not guilty?
Good, sir.
I want you to understand one more thing, Mr. Martinez, that DWI is big business in Harris County. There's a $3,000 surcharge that normally would apply to this. I'm not going to stick it on you now because it's a first offense, but on a second DWI, you're looking at a $6,000 surcharge that you get hit on a second DWI. Get a clue, take an Uber. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Just so I know, to tell him on that other, are you running a concurrent with his ALR suspension?
No, no. He's got 5 open cases. What else you want? A ribbon too? No,
Good to ask.
no.
Okay.
You have a license suspension. You're not allowed to drive.
I was trying to ask you about that.
Yeah, no, that's good.
No, that's
Do you have, yeah, just sit down.
All right, thank you.
Do you have ribbons to give out, Jeff? Do you have ribbons?
Get your brother.
He's
a cousin brother right here.
May I approach on an off docket matter?
Of course. Come on up. What's your cause number?
254-7203.
Okay. On Joaquin
Oh,
Hernandez.
like Ian 13.
Yes, so, at his arraignment setting, you ordered no driving as a bond condition. And I
Okay.
wanted to see if we could revisit that. My,
It's been about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
right, I mean, he's got no prior criminal history.
Mhm.
My colleague was here, so I wasn't here for the whole thing. But
Get
I,
alcohol in the car while he was driving.
okay,
I don't know. I mean, I'm asking.
yeah, there was no food container.
Yes, Judge, there was a 12-ounce Michelob Ultra cold with touch as well as a plastic margarita to go.
Have a good one.
So I had him take an 8-hour, they call it a level 1 DUI risk reduction program, which he completed on January 29th.
Is he here?
I tried to fit this in earlier this week on docket. I've been really busy, so I didn't tell him to come in today. but-
I would like to talk to him though, because I want to know how it has impacted him so that he knows that we mean business and that, so, and I'm here every day. So Joseph, whenever you want to come in, but I want to hear it from him,
All right.
because I want him to understand that, that's it's freaking elementary that you're not supposed to have that. You know what I mean? I appreciate the proactivity and I like it. Let me talk to him and then,
Okay. I'll let him know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hurting him for obviously for work purposes.
that's what I want to know. Right.
Right.
And that's what I want.
He drives, he has a.
I remember this is the guy that kept coming back and forth asking, was this that gentleman?
I wasn't here. My colleague Catherine McCready was.
That's what, then it is. Because I remember, yes, because he was like beside himself that I took the privilege to drive away. And she came like 4 to 5 different times asking me to please relent, please let it, Great. Well, no, because I'm, the idea is to get him to realize, man, you can't be doing shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So-
There was no action at the same time.
Which is great, which is we're thankful for.
Wouldn't you rather, I mean, I think, wouldn't you rather have him on the versus?
No, because I want him to realize what it is to not be able to drive. And I think that people would appreciate it more because living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive really, really sucks.
Oh, yeah.
It really sucks, especially when you need it to work, and hopefully this will,
Okay.
and it looks like it has.
Oh, yeah, no, he's taking everything very seriously, Judge.
Great. Have him come and then I will.
I'll see you. Yeah, I think we can do it on Monday. So-
Okay, I'm here. Yeah, for sure, Justin.